Yo, what's up everybody? This is BioHunta here, and I just got back from my MLG event in Raleigh, North Carolina, and boy oh boy was it a crap ton of fun. I'm definitely glad I went. Leading up to the event, I was kind of having second guesses, like, oh, do I want to go? I don't know, because I've had some bad experiences going to MLG events, and not placement-wise. I mean, I have placed well and earned points and done very well. It's just that usually when I go to events, the people there, they're not the greatest people. They're usually a little self-absorbed, and they take the game too seriously is the biggest issue. They think it's life or death, and I'm really not into those kind of people now. I'm into people who can just relax, realize that it's a game, and have fun with it. You know, that's really what I'm into. And even though it's it's a competitive event, you should still be able to have fun with it. The only time I could see some exception is the top people. I mean, the people who actually do earn their living off the game. Then I can see every game counting to a degree. To a degree, I could take the seriousness seriously. I'm super serial, guys. But yeah, it was a crap ton of fun. And what was really interesting was getting to meet a ton of people whom I had previously only known through Xbox Live or through some online media, Facebook, Skype, whatever. It's really interesting to get to meet someone that you've only heard their voice or have only heard of them through reputation. And it'd be like me meeting like another machinima director or something. It's just like, oh, I've heard of this guy, I've seen some of his videos, now I finally get to meet him and shake his hand. That's awesome, And interestingly enough, that actually happened. I met another machinima director at the event. It was Woody's Gamertag, who I had seen some of his videos. I heard of him. I knew who he was. I was playing a game. It was me and my team were warming up. All of a sudden, the guy comes up, taps me on the shoulder. I turn around. He's like, "Hey, what's up, BioHunta?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I didn't know his name at the time. And he's like, "Dude, I'm Woody's Gamertag." He's like, "Oh snap, really?" So we talked, we discoursed, we discussed about life and politics and religion, and okay, we didn't talk about any of those things. We actually just talked about the event and what's going on, because that is his first event he had went to, because he actually lives in Raleigh, so he lived like 15 minutes away, so he was just checking it out, because it's a huge video game thing. You might as well if you're a machinima director. And so he was just checking it out, seeing what's going on, and we just talked about it and kind of asked me some questions, and I got to know a little bit about him. So that was really cool. He's a pretty cool guy, Woody's Gamertag. You guys should definitely check him out. He's pretty sweet. The other person that I got to meet, who's not actually a machinima director, but probably most of you guys will have heard of him. He does StarCraft commentaries. It was HD StarCraft that I got to meet. He's a pretty big guy now. He's a pretty big deal, much bigger than me. But what happened was, I met him through an accident, actually, as I flew to Raleigh, North Carolina, and I didn't miss my first flight, actually. What happened was the plane got delayed because they were doing some maintenance. The auxiliary power unit was not doing so hot, apparently, and so they delayed the flight like an hour, and so I missed my connecting flight, so they had to reroute me. So I got to the hotel probably about 3.5, 4 hours later than expected, which my team was none too happy about, but nothing I can do about it. But yeah, so I get on the shuttle bus from the airport to the hotel, and as I'm sitting there waiting, a dude comes on the shuttle bus. He's like, "Man, have any of you guys seen my glasses?" Because he had lost his sunglasses. I'm like, "No, sorry, man." And I started looking under the seats, looking around in the van, because he had been in the van and he walked back out already. So I was looking around, and he kept talking. He was talking to someone about his glasses, and apparently they were really expensive sunglasses that his girlfriend had given to him. So I was like, "Ooh, that sucks." And so we're looking around, and he keeps talking. I'm like, "Man, I know this guy's voice from somewhere." So he sits down, and we start driving. I'm like, tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, "Hey, dude, what's up? Do you do anything on YouTube? Because I swear I recognize your voice." He's like, "Yeah, I do StarCraft commentaries." I'm like, "Oh snap, are you Husky?" And I immediately regretted saying that, because Husky is another big name StarCraft guy, big name StarCraft commentator, and that was HD in the car that was with me. So I mixed him up, and he's like, "No, man, I'm the other guy." And it's like, "Oh crap, you probably get that all the time, don't you?" So I felt pretty bad. I was like, "Oh, way to get off on the wrong foot there, Josh. Clutching it." So yeah, that happened, and it was like, ooh, kind of awkward for a quick second there, but then we just started talking. He was a really cool guy, and he started talking with another guy in the back of the van. They were what were they talking about? They were talking about something business, some thing they were trying to get sponsored. It was from Blizzard. Yeah, it was sweet to kind of hear the background of all that goes on behind the scenes work. It was sweet. And yeah, it was a cool guy. It's pretty chill. Yeah, that's about all the really cool, the really big name people I got to meet. I also got to meet, some of you may know this guy, Saper. He is the owner and operator of Gamers for Giving, which is a charity that takes place in Michigan. got to meet him again. I've met him before, but I got to really get to know him a little bit, and we kept running into him. I swear he was stalking us. But yeah, I think that's all the really big name people that most of you know I got to meet. Puckett, I didn't get to meet him, but something really funny happened. Puckett is the announcer that does all the MLG commentaries for Halo, and me and my team were walking at the venue before the tournament had started. We're just walking along, and all of a sudden I hear this guy behind me goes, "BioHunta!" This crazy, ridiculous voice. I turned around and I didn't see who it was. I'm like, what the heck was that all about? My teammate's like, dude, that was Puckett. I was like, really? Why did he just call my name like that? So that was kind of weird. So I didn't get to meet him, but he kind of said my name in a funny-esque manner, so that was interesting. But yeah, I think that's all it for the big people. One thing that was kind of funny. On my way back, I flew to North Carolina, and my flight back was supposed to leave on Monday, but I really didn't want to miss class, so I drove home with someone on Sunday instead. And I gave them a ton of gas money, way more than was gas, but I felt kind of bad because they had to drive out of the way. And anyways, on the way back, we were listening to Dane Cook in the car, and a lot of you guys are telling me that I sound like Dane Cook. And personally, I don't hear it myself. I do listen to my commentaries before I post them, just to make sure I don't say anything stupid or retarded or have too many ums or something. But as I say, but I listen to him, and I don't think I really sound like him. Where'd you get the 2 pink 50s, you cheating whore? I mean, I don't know. Especially now when I try to sound like him, it's probably it's 4 a.m. in the morning, Grandma. You win. Probably sound even less like him, but I don't know. I do listen to him though. He's a pretty funny guy. I do like his jokes. He gets pretty intense into some of them. He does. But yeah, that was pretty sweet. How did we place? I know you guys are probably wondering, Bio, come on, tell us already. We want to hear. Well, we didn't do so hot. I went to this event with full knowledge of probably not going to place well. We didn't practice like an insane amount. I mean, the top guys in MLG for Halo, they put in 6 to 12 hours every day leading up to an event, probably a good 2 weeks beforehand, and then they have like these crazy LANs where they meet up with all the other top teams and they'll just play like straight for crazy amounts of time. They'll do like 80 games a day, which is just ridiculous. I could never do that. Well, I say that, but if I was pro already, maybe I could think about it. I've never been pro. I've never had pro status, so I mean, I don't know kind of their thought process and exactly how they go about it. But right now, I could not see myself doing that. But I do have respect for them to be able to do something that much consistently and to place well and to make a living off of it. I mean, that's amazing that they can make a living off of it. And I don't mean that like, how could they make money off something stupid, video games? I mean, that's amazing that they could put that much time into it, play at that level, and consistently do well to earn a living. So I give them props for that. And so, but completely lost track of what I was talking about as I'm blowing apart the little red squares here. Yeah, I could never do that. And so I went to this event knowing full we're not going to place well. So how did we place? Well, this tournament, MLG tournaments are double elimination, so you can lose one, you go into loser's bracket, and if you lose in loser's bracket, then you're out. So what happened was we won our first round, so we made it to winner's bracket round 2. We lost in winner's bracket round 2, and so we went to loser's bracket round 1, which was a little weird. I thought we'd be in loser's bracket 2 or 3, but if you lost in winner's round 1 or 2, you ended up going to loser's 1 regardless. So it was kind of weird. I'm calling my nuke here to end the game. So we won 3 in a row in loser's bracket to make it to loser's bracket round 4, and then we lost. So not that great of a finish. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I went there for fun to meet people, and it was probably the best event I've ever gone to, even though I've placed better at other ones. So hope you guys enjoyed the commentary and everything I had to say. I hope you guys enjoyed my little trip. I don't have any photos or videos. I wish I had taken like a digital camera. I just don't have one, or a video recorder device. So my bad. Final score for this game is 56 kills, 12 assists, and 6 deaths, and 1 nuke. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.